Hey everybody, how you doing? Coach Dave here, and I am here to give you a little bit of information on nutrition. I'm going to call this kind of Nutrition 101, the basics of nutrition. I'm just going to kind of go over what you should be eating to clean up your diet. And if your goal is to be healthier, lose some body fat, perform a little better, this should help you. We'll have a couple more videos. It'll have more information, kind of digging deeper into nutrition, because can be a little bit of a rabbit hole, but I'll start with the basics. So today I want to start with words of Greg Glassman, the founder of CrossFit, when he started the 100 Words of Fitness. It begins by saying eat meat, vegetables, nuts, seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar, and keep levels that will support your performance but not support body fat. That's just kind of a quick little thing to remember when you're looking at what you should be eating, right? We should be eating meat, a lot of vegetables, nuts and seeds, kind of for some fat. And then we could have some fruit, just not too much because it does tend to have sugar in it. And lastly, we want to have little bits of starch because the starches increase your insulin, which causes your body to store more fat. So let's go kind of very basic. I'll go through this really quick, give you some information so you can absorb and let you go from there, and then check out the rest of my videos. So first thing is we want to eat real food. Basically, it came out of the ground. It was once alive. It is not from a box. It's not manufactured in a factory. It's not made by man, right? So that includes certain things like meats, right? So even though it's a protein and we want to eat meat, realize that things like deli meats, bacon, sausages, any of those packaged meats are processed, okay? Which will lead me to the second point. No processed foods. Now, whether that be meats or carbohydrates, right? So like pastas, crackers, cookies, breads are all processed. We want to avoid all processed foods, okay? So whether it's meats or carbohydrates, we want to avoid those processed foods. That also does include vegetables. Okay, we want to have a lot of vegetables. In fact, half of our plate when we eat should be vegetables. That's where we're getting all of our nutrients by having different colors of vegetables, and we are getting carbohydrates from there rather than going to the starchy carbs that will increase your insulin levels. So we want to have vegetables, but realize the best vegetables are either fresh, and if you can't get fresh, frozen. We definitely want to avoid like canned vegetables. Again, there's a lot of preservatives and stuff in there, so we want to avoid any canned vegetables. Okay, so it is fresh or frozen vegetables is what you want. So from there, we say no sugar. So we want to cut out sugar, but I do say you can eat some fruit. Just be careful of what fruit you eat. Okay, when we eat fruit, realize that there's certain fruits that are lower in sugar, right? So things like lime, avocados, and yes, avocados are a fruit, not a vegetable. Lemons, strawberries, grapefruits, blueberries are all lower glycemic, lower sugar levels than things like grapes, bananas, mangoes, apples, pears. In fact, the last ones I named, the grapes, the bananas, the mangoes, the pears, are all probably about double the amount of sugar that, say, blackberries or blueberries have, and almost triple the amount of sugar as like strawberries. So remember that sugar content makes sense. You have to kind of pay attention to the higher sugars and stay away from those. Okay, so ideally, you should be eating meat, mostly meat and vegetables. Your fats should be to kind of keep you satisfied. You definitely want a little bit of fat at each meal, but not too much because it is higher calorie. But you want a little bit of fat at each meal, whether you cook your vegetables in some oil or your chicken in some oil, or you have some steak that has fat in it, you want that fat. And then lastly, you want some berries or some fruit with your meal. So a perfect meal rounded out would be meat, vegetables, and some fruit, and that would be a good meal for you if you're looking to get healthier, lose some body fat, or perform a little better. check out the rest of my videos. I will get a little bit more in depth into diet. That was just a simple overview of how to start cleaning up your diet. So stay strong, stay fit, and we'll see you soon. Have a good day. Bye.